Tapes and Tasty Cakes podcast. I'm Bert Lepore. He's Sammy of Monte Carlo. We're hanging here with Angry Mike D, and we talk about music, movies, and so much more. So we're here with Chris Smed from Gutter Royal. Chris, who's in your band?
I'm sorry?
Who's in the band?
You got Mike Collins on guitar. I'm on guitar. Ryan Sharp on bass. We got Rich Davison on drums and Paul Perry on vocals.
Nice. How long have these guys been together for?
This incarnation of the band is from right before COVID started. We started, probably 8 years before that. Had a 4-year hiatus. Back then, there was, me, Brian, and Paul were the original members. The rest of the guys didn't want to come back to it, so picked up Rich because I joined Old Man Savage after Gutter stopped for that period of time, and joined Old Man Savage. Rich was the drummer in that, and he came over with me after Old Man Savage stopped, and then we picked up Mike Collins, and we've been going since then.
Now, Mike, how did you meet up with Chris?
Chris and I have known each other, from Mikey Primadonna back in the old
Rebel Rock.
The Rebel Rock. Yeah, I met you. Had to be 2010. So we've known each other for going on 15 years now.
Man,
You know what's crazy? I've seen Chris's face probably for 15 years and didn't know him really until a year ago.
I thought you were already saying for 15 minutes.
Wow.
We've seen each other a billion times. Never talked until about a year ago, maybe. Which is funny. Which is funny because he didn't live that far from me, which is even weirder. And we're both do music, so it's weird. But I got all these guys on here. I want to put Chris on the spot because we've talked about this on the podcast before. And we had a laugh at it. Was that and I think it was your girlfriend who actually suggested me that I got the email from that one guy saying that they're putting together a Guns N' Roses band with a bunch of chubby guys. I was like,
yeah. She told me that.
I got the email.
Wow.
I'm like, all right, is it a compliment or are they fucking with me?
I don't know if I'm mad or not.
Yeah.
I thought it was a joke.
When I first got the email, I was like, but Caroline's cool, so I knew it wasn't her. So when I first got the email, I'm like, what the fuck? I was like, for a second, I was like, what the fuck are you trying to say? I'm like, hey,
what name? I want to know what name you would go by.
Oh, I don't know. Sherbert. I don't know. Something like that.
So you'll be Axl
Fatty
Rose.
Rose.
Fatty Rose.
Fatty Rose.
I'll be Fatty Rose. Yeah. Or Fatty Toes.
I don't know.
No, dude. I actually laughed after about like a second or two. I was like, all right, you know what? At least they thought of me. It's pretty fucking funny, but I'll never do it.
Hey, hold on. Not a fucking day. I had nothing to do with that, man.
Hey, it made the podcast a couple times. We all laughed at it, so it was good. It was good. Yeah, it was fucking. I get some wacky emails, and that was definitely one of them. That was fucking one of them. I was like, but she's cool, so I know it wasn't coming from a bad place, But I'm like, no fucking way. Not against those guys.
Is it someone she knows that's starting that band?
I have no clue. I mean, it's no offense.
How do you fucking know about that?
Yeah.
The bass player, I forget the guy's name.
The guy from Out on the Town, right? Out on the Town magazine. Was it that dude?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah.
Was he Fluff McKagan?
Yeah. Wow. So, but that was funny. It was definitely a good time. I got a good laugh. I told Dame, I was like, Dame, should I be insulted or should I be happy they thought of me? We just started laughing. I'm like, oh my God. Maybe I need to go on a diet.
No, just go 50-50 on that.
Yeah. Man. So we're here with Chris Smed and Mike Collins from Gutter Royal. And guys, we all just listened to two of your tunes, and I'm going to go first. I'm going to say I love it. I mean, one song, Tidal Wave, is really neat. It's got a lot of cool guitar parts in it. And what was the other song? Another Night? Another Night's a real good tune. And the singer reminds me of Blackie Lawless a little bit, which I love Blackie Lawless. So, yeah. Mike, you got a chance to hear it too,
quite a few people now, bro. It's kind of weird.
Yeah. Mike, what you think of it?
I liked it a lot. The Tidal Wave one, man, I was like, wow, that's like right up my alley.
Yeah.
kind of.
Cool. Thanks, guys.
I don't want to say the wrong word, but I'm kind of like on the stoner side of like,
Oh,
like
totally
a stoner
stoner.
rock song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's safe to
So-
say. That's safe. to
Yeah,
say.
I hear more Danzig
I love Danzig. Love
than
it.
Black and Lost. I don't even hear that at all, but I hear definitely the Danzig thing, which is good with me.
Good mix for
Cool.
me. I like both of them guys. So yeah,
Absolutely.
I dig it. And I've played with Mike off and on for fucking 1,000 years. So me and
Yeah.
Mike know each other.
Little
Shit,
kids.
me and Mike played our first gig together in two different bands, but our first gig together we played. Going back
1988.
88.
1988, that would have 88 or
Okay.
89, probably 89.
Crazy. So we played our first gig together, but we knew each other before that. And we've even played in the same band a couple times. And you know,
Off and on over the years, sure.
yeah, so I know where Mike comes from with his stuff, and I always like his stuff, and always some cool instrumental shit in there. He's either gonna hate me saying this, but he's very Maiden style, which you know I'm a sucker for. So he pulls in this little Maiden thing, and I'm like, oh shit, he is Dave fucking Murray. Especially when he had no beard and when he was younger, he was Dave Murray,
Yeah.
man. He looked like Dave Murray.
I can see
Fucking
that.
great.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
totally, dude. You gotta
yeah.
see the old pictures. Totally look like Dave Murray. Not even by, just by mistake. But like you also do Machines of Penalty, which
Yeah.
always has a great following.
Yeah, I'm at there right now.
Yeah.
We just finished rehearsal with those guys for.
Yeah, they're a good bunch of guys, very professional. They put out good stuff. They always have a crowd.
Cool.
And speaking of that, I wasn't there, but I heard you guys did great at Dobbs with the Gutter Royal show. I heard it was really good.
Got it. That was a good night.
one. Yeah, man, it was a good one.
How was the setup at Dobbs? Was it decent?
It was better than it used to be.
It's still the same small stage, but that's okay.
I thought the sound was a little sound on the stage was way better this time than it used to be. I thought I actually
Yeah.
heard everybody. Yeah.
And we brought 212s. We didn't go full cabs in there, and it was perfectly fine.
It's longer
Yeah.
now too, right?
Yeah.
You know what, David? I don't know. There was always a bunch of crap on the back of that stage there, so I don't know how far it actually.
Yeah, true.
Everything's cleaned up. Like compared to what
Yeah,
it
it was
used
clean.
to be, it's
Yeah.
everything's. There's nothing around. Like all the stuff that seemed like it had to be fixed got fixed. I mean, it's still a sleazy rock club,
Mhm.
but it's not.
It don't
You
smell
know,
like
they're not
dope
going to
anymore.
condemn it right now. Like they cleaned it up. It's got like casino carpets in it now. I
See,
thought
it's
the
got
sound was better on
carpets.
the
Oh,
stage. It was always hard to hear.
Was
Up.
there carpets?
Yeah, there's carpets
That's what-
going upstairs.
it was-
It's like
Oh, it's
1970
like-
casino
okay.
carpet. Yeah. It's like
Really?
that.
It was definitely, I think what they did was I don't know if it's true or not. I could be fucking totally wrong. But like there was like small tables along the wall. It seemed like
Yeah.
it made it more room inside there or something. Because I don't think they shrunk the bar or anything like that.
Yeah.
No, it was exactly the
Like
same.
there was more room somehow, and I don't know how the fuck they did it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does seem. It's just. I think they might have done something with the kitchen. Maybe there's a kitchen there now too. So
Wow.
Oh, the
Um,
ramp is still there on the side and that big pillar.
yeah,
but,
in the
but
back,
yeah,
the door.
we squeeze our fat asses up there and we fucking made it work. So we're good.
Nice,
Well-
man. Yeah. So before we move on to the Motorhead versus Iron Maiden debut records, I do want to ask you one thing because Mike was asking me, and I'm sure Dame's curious about it, and I'm definitely curious about it. You're at Audio Alley Studios right now, which is a rehearsal, but it also does live recording, right?
We're starting to really cut our teeth with the live recording. It's coming out really good. The two Gutter tracks that we've released are just live, one off.
That's
You know,
cool.
come in here, let's knock them out real quick. And it's a way to put something out there without the.
The budget.
And it's going to take a year to put a good
Yeah.
record together. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
If not
absolutely.
more
Listen,
money, time.
the
But
problem
if we can
is
come in on a Saturday, knock 3 songs out, why not?
the
You know?
problem is with any
Yeah, we're
band.
going Van Halen 1 on that.
Yeah, that's the way to
Yeah,
do it,
live.
man. The problem is with any band, when you work on a record and when you're 6-7 months down on it, the band's fucking broken up before that record comes out. It happens to everybody, So keeping it fresh is better,
Well, that
And
keeps
his-
it going.
his-
We had the room,
Yeah.
so.
And my thing with like all the fucking new interfaces and GarageBand and Pro Tools is, listen, I don't care if you could put a $15,000 rig on my guitar and just play my track. Just mic my fucking amp. I got a $3,000 fucking amp. I want it to sound like my $3,000 amp. I don't
Right.
I don't want it to sound like I got more than I have or better than I have. I want a real representation of what we're playing.
Yeah.
Out. And so just record the
room live and let's put it up there. If there's no fucking glaring mistakes in the song, just put it up.
Yeah.
No,
Now,
that's about
are the
when we start
vocals
doing
live?
that, son.
Everybody knows it again.
We're doing vocals. Remember Sean over there at what was the name of the place down on Monumental Avenue? Bert?
Opera House.
Opera House.
Opera House.
Opera
Remember
House.
how
Who has a
you would
place
do
for
live
fucking
recordings
Opera
and
House?
stick the band in one room,
Yeah.
and then like the singer, like you would go in that little closet room there.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Right.
you were separated. But it
Vocal
was live
overdubs.
performances. We could go back and technically edit vocal, probably.
Yeah.
We haven't really needed to, So
But if he wants to layer,
Good.
harmony or backing vocals, you could. If you wanted to layer that. in.
yeah, you
Sure.
could. I mean, it'd be a little trickier to meld that stuff into a mix. We could do it. I'm sure of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can run your
It's a lot
guitar
quicker
solo over again
process.
too. You
Yeah.
know, it's just
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's,
Well, all
it's a much
tracked out,
faster
right?
process to get something at our level out.
Yeah.
you
Well, it
know.
sounds good, dude. It sounds good for a live
sounds really
recording.
good.
It
real
sounds
good.
decent.
Yeah.
you know.
It sounds
Where's that
good.
in Pitnam? Pittman? That place?
Pittman.
Pittman, yep.
There's Merriman's. They opened that bar in Pittman,
Yeah. I've been there.
right across the way from there. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
yeah, 2 doors away is Kelly Green Brewery. Good beer.
Nice.
Yeah, we're behind. We're like in the alleyway behind Kelly Green Brewery. So, which is
Okay.
if you're into that, they're good.
Yeah.
But so over there, I can
Cool.
probably give you a quick something. I don't know how this will work out.
Are
Hold
you
on.
gonna walk outside and take a picture of the address? What are you doing?
Nah, just-
Oh, you're there
that's
now.
the room.
Yeah. He's there
there
now.
it is.
That's
Okay.
Oh, we're
pretty
there
big.
now.
That's a big room. Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably about 1,000 square feet.
All right, guys. So we're here at Mixtapes and Tasty Cakes. We're going to do an album battle here with the Gutter Royal guys. We're here with Mike Collins, Chris Med, and this is the way it works, guys. We're going to go in rounds. I'm going to start with Mike first, Chris, Angry Mike D, Damo, and then me. And we're going to talk a little bit about the songs and pick which one we like better. So whoever gets the most at the end, Dame, you're going to be tallying this up for us.
Mhm.
And tally, where the fuck it's called?
Does that make him a tallywhacker?
He's a tallywhacker. For sure, he's a tallywhacker. Absolutely, Mike. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do, and you just tell us which song you prefer and why, if you want. So we're gonna start off with Mike here. Motorhead's debut record. The song Motorhead is going against Iron Maiden's Prowler. Mike Collins, what you got?
Dude, I gotta go with Prowler. That was their first single. That was the first Maiden song. That was in. I'm a fan. I'm not going to say Motorhead was cool. Liked a lot of their stuff, but I got to say the first record was not the one that turned me on to them. It was probably later on, or saying why do all these mall girls have Motorhead crap on them? So neat. But yeah, I got to go with Maiden though, Bert.
All right, we're going with Prowler for the first track. Chris.
Yeah, I gotta go Prowler too. I'm just a huge Maiden fan, and I'm kind of in the same boat as Mike. It wasn't Motorhead's first record that really sold me on them, but yeah, the first Maiden record, I was hooked on that. So yeah, it's Prowler for me.
Mike D.
Same here, man. Prowler.
Wow, just Iron Maiden's just crushing right now. Damo.
Yeah. No shit. This is an unfair fight. It's like
It is an unfair fight.
it really is like
Hey,
bringing.
listen, Iron Maiden against anybody is almost an unfair fight.
It's an unfair fight.
Yeah, what's that saying? Bring a gun to a knife fight. That's what this is.
Yeah.
It's tough.
It's
Hey,
like, it's not. It's easy. It's
super
easy. So, but between these two, I mean, the best song on the Motorhead album is the title track, Motorhead. So no way I'm gonna the Prowler to me is gonna beat that. It's just it's your typical Motorhead sound song. It's like a punky metal song.
They were definitely more punky in
Yes.
general.
On
Like
this one,
Motorhead.
Oh,
definitely.
absolutely.
Way,
Yeah.
like early, you hear
Yeah.
you can hear the punk influence in the early Maiden stuff, but when you listen to that, what was that record?
Especially
Too, was
this
3 years
one.
before Prowler. I
Yeah,
think.
Couple years
Well,
back.
you have the
I
punk
think
Iron Maiden
the
stuff.
Motorhead
It's like
record was
half the
77.
songs.
Yeah.
So Dame, you're
Yeah,
going with
so-
Motorhead on that one?
Yeah, I have to.
You
I
gotta give
think
them the point.
I think I got to go Motorhead all the way. So
Game.
kind of
We
even
have
it
a
up.
game.
Dame switches it up. I'm going to go with Prowler. It's just fucking a better song.
What do you
Yeah, it's just it's just that's yeah. This is like Dame said. It's a little one-sided and unfair, but they both got 8 tracks on it, so it was easy that way.
But there was 9 on the Maiden.
Sanctuary don't count because Sanctuary was on an
All right.
first. It's not on the record. I bought the vinyl not too long ago, and I'm like, where the fuck Sanctuary?
No.
Mike's like, there's no fucking Sanctuary. I bought the record. I'm like, yeah. And Mike D did some fucking digging and was like, they jerked this
There you
off.
go. Yeah. Hey, man, that's journalism. That's good. That's good journalism right there. is what
He gets
that is.
very informative, that Angry Mike D.
Hey, yeah. Hey, man. That's beautiful.
He's on it. He wants to know why. Why ain't it on it?
What the fuck happened here?
Yeah, I'm giving
That's
you
why I won't
$25.
pick
You
up
can
the
fit
real
it.
Yeah.
thing, man.
Did I get ripped off or not?
Yeah, it's a short record. You
missing
can
a
fit it on
song.
there. Yep. Mike Collins moving on to Remember Tomorrow from Maiden versus Vibrator from Motorhead.
Bert, I got to go with the Maiden again. That's Dave Murray's one credited writing song in a 45-year career.
Wow.
So I'm a Dave Murray fan, so you got to give him the point on that one. So
Yep.
and it's Maiden. So
Chris.
I got to go with Maiden too. I'm going to tell you what. I have one Motorhead song that might win, and it depends on what it comes up against.
Right. That's the thing. Yeah. It depends what it comes up again. Mike D.
yeah, I'm curious.
What's that? Are you talking to me?
Yes, sir. Vibrator.
Okay, no. I'm going
Versus
with
Remember Tomorrow.
I want to go. I mean, a song called Vibrator, man. You want it? It just sounds like, and it's a great song. You want that to win, but got to go with Maiden.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Damo.
Remember Tomorrow.
Remember Tomorrow for me too. I love Paul Di'Anno's voice. I really do.
That was a tough round.
It was a
Yeah.
sold out round. That was a total KO. We have to throw some extra shit in here because Dane was not digging this at all. So we're going to move on to this is unfair too. We have Iron Maiden Running Free versus Motorhead Lost Johnny. Mike Collins.
Oh,
Come on now,
that's
Bert.
the only one I was going to pick for Motorhead.
Yeah,
You
it
can't
don't
be
have a
just running
shot.
free.
It's running free. God damn.
That's my favorite song on the Motorhead CD, and now you put it against Running Free. What? Running Free.
Yeah, me too.
2 running frees. Mike D.
I'm sorry. to
Running
stop you,
Free.
Mike. I'm sorry.
Oh, you brother.
No, that's
Damo.
good, man. It's all good.
I got to go Running Free too. I mean, it's a
No brainer.
Fucking classic.
yeah. Don't have to
Yeah.
say anything. I mean,
Running Free for me too. This one could get a little interesting. It's a pretty cool song. Motorhead, Iron Horse versus Iron Maiden, Phantom of the Opera.
Ah,
Mike Collins.
Come on, man. The Phantom of the Opera.
it would have been the guitar. That's a fucking guitar intro.
Those
It'll
songs
be the
got
loudest
better and
song,
better and
man.
better, man.
Chris.
Phantom of the Opera.
Mike D.
I'm going to be the odd man on this one, and this is a pity pick in a way.
Fair enough,
I mean,
man.
I didn't want to do a clean sweep, but I was like, if there's any song, I mean, and don't get me wrong, I love Phantom of the Opera, but to me, it's like this is just the stuff you hear in every Maiden song, so it's kind of not that special. So
I got you.
So I'm going to give this one to Motorhead, half on pity, half
It's the
on.
first time they did it. That was the first time they did everything. They
Let's go with the
Yeah,
pity vote.
okay. I mean, but right, but
Dude,
it's. I
change
said
his
it was a
mind.
half pity thing.
It couldn't have been typical Iron Maiden on their first song, on their first album. I mean,
Mike's giving it the Motorhead. Damo.
Yep.
yeah, I got to go Motorhead. on this
Oh,
one.
2
Wow.
Motorheads.
All right, 2 Motorhead.
Wow. Oh, wow.
dude, it's Phantom of the Opera, not Flash of the Blades or something.
Listen, all right, just to throw a little fucking hook in it,
It-
I'm going
it's
Motorhead
a,
also.
It's a classic Motorhead song though.
I'm going to go with the Motorhead song
that
also.
one. So
Even though I love
did,
Phantom of
yeah,
the
I
Opera,
did. Yeah, that's a fun record. It's not like I dislike that record.
it's a good
just-
record. It's just not as
No.
good as the Iron Maiden
Yeah.
record.
Well, it's just Iron Maiden's like Iron Maiden. You know, I've seen
Right.
them live 14 times, and you know,
Yep. Moving on, Mike Collins, Transylvania versus White Line Fever.
Now, I was going to give this one to Motorhead for that reason. You're going up against an instrumental. They got better over the years. So yeah, I would. What was the
White Line Fever.
what was
White
the
Line Fever,
one?
yeah.
Yeah, no, I'll give it a White Line Fever. This way, I don't feel like I totally just didn't think about it.
I'm going with Motorhead on this one too.
All right. Another
Yeah.
Motorhead. Oh,
That's
Lemmy,
a
you're
safe
coming
one.
back.
Yeah.
Mike D.
I'm going with Maiden on this one.
Mike D goes with Maiden. Damo.
Understand?
I'm going White Line Fever because it's another classic Motorhead song, and there's only a couple of them on this record. So
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably my favorite song off this record. So I'm gonna go White Line Fever also. How about Motorhead takes that round? I think. Wow.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna move to the track number 6. Keep Us on the Road from Motorhead, or Strange World from Iron Maiden. Mike Collins.
Ooh,
I'm going with Strange World.
Chris.
I didn't think about that one.
that's a deep Maiden track. That's a deep one.
It is.
real
It's
deep cut.
a real deep Maiden cut, and I usually like deep cuts. I'm gonna go Motorhead on this one.
Oh, okay, cool.
Surprised.
Yeah, you were all sure. We're like, hey, Mike D.
Iron Maiden.
Strange World gets a pick. Damo.
I'm going with Keep Us on the Road. That track is way too deep. I can't. I could not even tell you how Strange World goes
Strange
at
World's
all.
pretty deep. It's pretty deep. I'm going to go with Keep Us on the Road too. I'm going to go with another Motorhead.
I think we're tied then. I think they're tied up.
It's getting a little closer.
Yeah.
I think it's 4-3 Maiden. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yep.
It
Okay,
is.
we're going to
Okay.
track number 7. Motorhead, The Watcher versus Maiden, Charlotte the Harlot. Mike Collins.
Charlotte the Harlot used to be great live. They
Yeah.
used to play. They played that up to a couple tours ago.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Chris.
Yeah, I'm going Maiden this one.
Chris goes with Charlotte the Harlot. Mike D.
Charlotte the Harlot.
Damo.
Yeah, I'm following suit. Same.
It's a
Same
total
thing.
knockout for me. Charlotte the Harlot crushes it. Great fucking song. Great song. Last one on this record. Motorhead, Train Kept Rolling versus Iron Maiden, Iron Maiden. Mike Collins.
Come on.
It's not even a fair shot.
Got to go with the Maiden on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Come on. That's in their fucking encore. You got to go with that one.
Yeah, and it's up against a cover song. I mean, come on.
Yeah. So it's 2 Maidens, Mike D.
Maiden.
Damo.
Yeah, I mean, it's a sweep.
I'm with you. Train Kept Rolling. I'll tell you what. You know who ruined that song for me? Aerosmith. It was just way too fucking long. Like you hear the Aerosmith version. Oh,
I'm not a fan of that song. Yeah.
it's kind of not that good. It's not that good.
Yeah, it could have been. It could have been like the greatest all-star band of all time, and it's still.
Well, it's one riff over and over. It gets a little.
But, you
monotonous,
get a
yeah.
bunch of songs. You get a bunch of songs that just start to go too long. And one of my, I'll tell you one is, and I know everybody loves the Rolling Stones a lot. But Can't You Hear Me Knocking's a great song, but then it goes off for another fucking 5 minutes, and I'm just like, it sucks now.
Maybe longer than that.
You just made now you just made it fucking suck.
Yeah. Yep. So Dan, what's the final tally on the record?
8
here?
and 5, Motorhead 3.
Iron Maiden takes.
That's not a blowout.
That's not as much of a. I think we were nice. It wasn't that much of a blowout.
It was like I don't know. It was sort of like the '80s Edmonton Oilers versus like the Quebec Nordiques of 1989 or something.
So since that was
they traded Joe Sakic.
Right before.
So since that was kind of quick, and let's bullshit for a little bit. That was quick. We all kind of knew what the outcome was going to be. I'm going to start off with Mike Collins, and if you haven't seen him, that's fine. So, have you ever seen Motorhead in concert, Mike?
No, you know what? I don't know that I have. I can't say that I ever have seen them. We're Maiden, I've seen a lot.
but Maiden you've seen. So how many
Oh,
tours do you think you've
15
seen
times.
Maiden on?
10, at least 10 to 15, probably closer to 15.
What was your favorite tour?
Had to be Power Slave.
Wow, I wish I was on that. I
That
wish
was
I seen
cool,
that
yeah.
tour. Yeah. Yep.
So
Chris, have you ever seen Motorhead?
Oh yeah. I probably saw them 7 times.
Nice.
I saw 'em the last time I saw them, they opened for Anthrax Tower Theater right before Lemmy died. Before that, I saw them at like a couple of Ozfests, and then they were on a tour with one with Megadeth at the Camden. Then I saw them, I think it was with Heaven and Hell, Dio, Black Sabbath.
Oh wow.
Yeah, at Camden too. Yeah, I saw them a bunch of times.
Nice. How about Maiden?
Oh yeah. I saw the first time I saw them was Power Slave. Saw them right through the years. I think my favorite was probably Somewhere in Time. Was good.
mhm.
Yep.
Yeah, it was probably my favorite one.
They
And
were
then
all
they
pretty
came
great.
back, and I saw them do Power Slave twice. They came back and did it again. They brought the
Yeah.
whole stage again. But yeah, I think Summer in Time was probably my favorite. That and Seventh Son was also a good tour.
Yep. Mike
was-
D,
that was
have you
great.
ever seen Iron Maiden or Motorhead?
No, I need to see Maiden.
Yeah, I would suggest. Yeah, I would definitely suggest to see Maiden. Definitely.
I know
Damo.
Motorhead's out of the question at this point.
Yeah, now
Yeah.
that they're done. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Damo, have you ever seen either band?
Yeah, I saw them both. Not as many as I would like. I think I saw Motorhead maybe twice, and I think and Maiden maybe 5 times, 6 times,
Wow.
maybe something
Wow.
like that.
Mhm.
Well, what was your
How about
favorite
you,
band?
Bert?
Oh,
Hey, Bert, I can tell you a funny story about Caroline. We saw Maiden twice on the same tour. It was the first time I ever took her to see them, and she wasn't a Maiden fan before she met me, strangely. But we got a box in the Wells Fargo. She's sick from tequila, throwing up in the bathroom the whole time. Misses the whole fucking concert.
Oh my
Right?
god.
2 weeks later,
God.
she calls me up. She's like, "You want to go to Brooklyn?" I was like, "Yeah, I'll go to Brooklyn. What's going on?" She's like, "Well, I got us Maiden tickets at whatever the fuck, whatever the Knicks play or whatever
Yeah.
for Maiden." So I was like,
Barclays,
"Fuck it." So we got the hotel. We went, and we stayed sober. She saw the whole concert. Turned out to be the last show of the tour. One of the coolest things I ever seen, dude. People with flags from around the world in
That's
the
cool.
stand. And then, like at the end of the show, we stayed in our seats, waited for the stadium to empty out the arena. They called all the people with the flags on the floor, and they all held up flags and took a giant group picture with everybody with the flags from all the different countries. The
That's
road
pretty
crew.
cool.
Yeah, it was
Nice.
cool to see.
Nice.
There's
Yeah,
a dude lives up the road from me who he hosts the fan club guys when they come.
Oh,
Like
nice.
he's some kind of but guys will come from Norway and
That's crazy.
he'll put 3 or 4 of them up for give them a free bedroom for whatever for a couple
that's
nights,
cool.
whatever here.
That's pretty wild.
Yeah,
that's pretty
that's
wild.
like a
Yeah.
thing the fan club does. It's like a network or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I
you
Like
can
forgot.
follow
like an Iron
Maiden.
Maiden Airbnb.
Yeah.
It's pretty much. I'm just like if you
Yeah.
follow the dead. Well, if you're in the fan club, apparently you can go from like show to show to show with looking at different, crashes at different people's places. I guess.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Kind of cool.
Yep.
Putting each other up, I guess.
For me,
Yeah.
I got into Motorhead later when they were out when I was
Yeah, me
younger.
too.
I didn't really pay too much attention to them, and then I got into them later on, and I love them now. But I got into them pretty late. It's funny. I was working at the
Yeah,
electric
kinda the same
factory.
there.
Yeah, I think it was old man music. I think for me until later, it was weird. I worked at the electric factory on the first night that I seen them. That was the first time I seen him. It was a couple years ago. It was my cousin Nikki's birthday, and we all had these VIP tickets or whatever for his birthday. But I also was working the show. I was doing stagehand, and the guys were super cool. And wow, I couldn't believe how great they were live. I was like, this band is unfucking believable live. I liked them. I was starting to like them. Then once I seen them live, I'm like, they're unbelievable. And I started going back and listening to more stuff, and really had an appreciation for them way late. And I know Mike, you said the same thing. You kind of got into them a little later also, right?
Mhm.
So but I love them now. It's hard to pit them against Iron Maiden. Iron Maiden's been one of my favorite bands since I was a young kid. First time I seen Maiden, like physically at an arena for me, was Seventh Son, and Ace Frehley opened up for him. I don't know if you guys remember Ace Frehley.
Yeah, I was at that. Yeah.
Great
Yeah.
show.
Yeah,
I
that
love
You
was-
always,
that
do
was-
you always have to
That was
work in
that was one of my
goddamn
favorite
Kiss?
tours.
Yes. Kiss always comes up somehow.
Always have to go back to something in Kiss. Oh, Ace
It's
Frehley
connected.
opened.
It's always connected somewhere.
Jesus.
My favorite part of that was when they played Heaven Can Wait and they brought a road crew out to sing that harmony part after the guitar solo.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was really cool.
But it's crazy. Like all my buddies, pretty much, me, my buddy Tommy, Mike, our buddy Henry, Frank Steinmiller, all the guys we kind of grew up, Bob Trineri, we were all huge Maiden guys. Everybody loved Maiden, man. Everybody loved Maiden.
Hey, speaking of Ace Frehley, he's playing in Atlantic City, I think, in like next week or next month or some shit.
Wow, I got to check that out. Maybe I'm sure Damo might be going.
Is it down Atlantic City?
Yeah, let's do a podcast on it. Come on.
I don't know. I don't think
Right,
it happened yet, but it's soon.
Mike's going to do the
mid-May,
Ace Frehley solo tour podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was considering going, but I was like, I don't know, anybody will go with me. I know Caroline won't, and I don't know.
Right. All right, guys. So we still got some time here. So why don't we start off with Mike and not with the best is, what's your favorite Maiden record, Mike?
I'm going to have to say probably Power Slave. It's either Power Slave or Power Slave or Somewhere in Time. I think I go with Somewhere in Time would be my favorite. It was the most. It was kind of like where they started to get the production right, and it kind of really got polished. And I kind of dug that actually.
Yep. How about you, Chris?
So,
Mine Somewhere in Time. Yeah.
2 for Somewhere in Time. Mike D.
Yeah. When I heard like Loneliness, Long Distance Runner, and all that
cool
shit,
too,
stuff that didn't get played a lot. I was just like, man, that's like one of my favorite songs on there. And they kind of
Stranger in a Strange Land for me.
So Stranger in a Strange Land, yeah.
Great song.
Yeah, that is really, really, really good. Mike D, how about you?
It's weird because I could go. There's probably 4 of them I can go between at any given moment. It depends what mood I'm in. But Seven Sun was the first one I heard from them. So that's probably my go-to album.
How about you, Damo?
Probably Virtual 11. I'm
That's some bullshit.
You're trying to be different here.
It's Blaze Bailey or nothing.
Blaze Bailey, yeah.
What one was Alexander the Great on? That's my Alexander.
Somewhere in Time. It was in Somewhere in Time.
Somewhere in Time.
Somewhere in Time. I'm still right. Okay.
Yeah.
Not Number of the Beast is my favorite, but
That's
probably close behind
that's
that is Power Slave
Tremendous
is right
record.
behind it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a toss. I mean, man, the first 6, 7 records are just so good. It's a toss up.
Listen, a lot of my world history I learned from Iron Maiden when I was in high school.
All this,
Right?
Yeah. They got me through a couple tests. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to say, even though Seven Sun's really close for me, I want to go with Number of the Beast. So that's going to be my pick for favorite Maiden record.
It's funny because that's what I think I picked when we did the Maiden.
What's that, Mike?
I think that's actually what I picked when we did the Maiden.
Well, that
Like
was
I
number
said,
one. Yeah, that was number one.
It could be any given moment. So it's like, but yeah.
Yeah. I agree. That was when we did the countdown. That was the number one on as a whole. But we're rightfully so.
Number 2 for me would be Peace of Mind.
That's a great record
That's
too.
a great one too.
Mm-hmm.
That's I mean, it's weird. Drummer wise, Clive Barr was it Clive Barr, right? Was the drummer in the
He's
first
original
records,
guy,
right?
Yeah.
And Nico, I love Nico.
First three records he was
First
on.
3. That's right.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I kind of like Clive. I don't know.
He's got a different style. He's got a different style to him.
Well,
Yeah.
Nico's got that double bass without double bass thing going on.
Ain't that
That's kinda
crazy?
neat.
That is neat.
So,
I always
he's
like
got double everything. You see how big his fucking drum set is?
Huge. Yeah, it's like double.
Well,
Yeah, man. Yeah. So I don't know. What else you want to talk about?
so what's you guys got some shows coming up. Chris and I got out to see you guys a few weeks ago. I thought it was tremendous. Love the act.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
Thank
it was awesome, man.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah,
Thank
it
you
was
guys.
awesome.
Appreciate
Good to
it.
see some
That's a
old
great
friends
night.
playing again. Joe Mao,
Yeah.
Yeah.
How's his eye?
It's real good to see him back.
It's
at
getting
it.
better.
I think you guys were
It's getting
great.
better.
You know?
Oh, that's good to hear. Good news.
It's getting better. Yeah.
So, yeah, I know that feeling. Right? It's getting better.
It's getting better.
Yeah.
Hey, Mike, you guys got some gigs coming up. What are they?
Yes, we do. next, actually the 22nd and 23rd is Elephants for Autism. It's a charity organization that raises money for a farm for, I guess, young adult autistic children, or not children anymore, but they teach them some life skills and all that. So we've been doing it now. Both bands have been doing it now for years. Machines was, I think, on the first one 15 years ago.
Wow.
So we've always done it. It's at the Watering Hole in Mays Landing, New Jersey. It's a little tiny hole in the wall bar with a great vibe, 2 great outside stages.
Great
And
chicken
actually,
quesadilla.
awesome food.
Hmm.
Worth taking a ride down there. Taco Tuesday is kind of great. But yeah, no, it's a good little bar. Friday night's going to be all the heavier bands, which
Yeah,
is
it's the
actually going to be
22nd.
Gutter, or Machines of
Yeah.
Penalty are playing, Meat Plow, Burned in Effigies on that night. There's a couple of real heavy hitters on that night. Saturday starts about 11 o'clock in the morning, and it runs to about 11 o'clock at night. It's all about a lot of indie bands, some singer-songwriter stuff. I think the whole thing ends with a drag show or something.
How
so,
could it
yeah,
not?
Dude, it's
Whatever
Bring the
works.
kids.
you know, it's for a good cause.
Yeah.
And then the following week, I think right after that, we're we're playing there on the 22nd, and then the 30th, we're going to be at the Rusty Nail.
Rusty Nail. Yeah.
In
Yep.
Ardmore? Is that where that's at?
Yeah, up in Ardmore. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what, May
So,
or April?
no, that's
It's
April.
April. Yeah. Following week.
Okay.
Okay.
So we're booked almost every weekend this April, and then May we actually got a little time off. It's looking like Chris and I actually went up to see Tesla.
Oh, nice.
other
Oh yeah. Yeah.
That's like the first weekend, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But for the autism gig,
And
you're
then,
doing you're doing
May 7th,
double
dude.
duty on the same night.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll play. They're usually a couple shows kind of come together. You kind of juggle it a little bit, make it work. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Now, does the Machines
So-
apparently got something new coming out soon?
There are things in the works. Yeah, like we're kind of putting some song ideas together. We got about maybe 5 or 6 tracks that we're kind of digging, and that was the discussion a couple of weeks ago. We're going to start actually getting some of the recordings done, move forward with it as best we can.
Okay.
It's a
cool.
slow process. You know what I mean? That's
Yeah.
the problem. We're old guys now. I don't know that quite
Right.
happen. Old guys with jobs and
Yeah.
Responsibilities.
yeah,
Yeah.
which suck, but you know. So we'll get it done. In our good time. That band seems to work in flurries of inspiration. We'll do a lot for a month, and then we kind of go,
Right.
let's just
all
sit
right,
around and drink beers for a couple of days.
yeah.
That's what we do.
Uh,
Not wrong with that.
Gutter kind
Yeah,
of
what
hitting
about
a little
Gutter?
harder right now.
so Gutter's got some stuff lined up. You're recording now. You got 2 songs done already, right? Pretty much.
Well, we're doing that's pre-production stuff, but yeah, we're going to kind of just get them done that way. What do we have now? About 7 songs we're kind of comfortable with, Chris.
9.
So it's in the set. Yeah, I guess it is. A couple new
9?
ones. Looking forward to them. Yeah, I
Nice.
guess so. So
So these guys will be filtering them out little by little.
that's what you do when the set, like right now, most of the gigs we're playing, you guys know 45 minutes is a long set almost anymore.
Mhm.
Mhm.
That just seems to be the world we live in. I remember years ago at the Cherrywood, it was like a 50-minute, 55-minute set. It seemed longer. Seems like nowadays everybody want to give you 30, 35 minutes. You're done. And you're
Yes,
like,
right. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot. It seems like it goes a lot quicker than it used to.
Yeah.
I definitely remember playing longer set times at like the Cherrywood years ago.
Yep.
But it is what it is. You take what it is. Now the festival's a madhouse. There's a band every half an hour.
Yeah.
They rotate stages, all that. So it's a lot of work. But
It's a busy day.
like I said,
Yeah.
Last year they raised a little short of 20 grand. So that was a bunch of local
Wow.
original musicians. Now he live cast it all. I'll start putting that out in a couple of days for people. Like you can go on and like donate to the charity
Nice.
and all that. So between like the live casting and I guess people supporting the music scene, they actually it's not, they don't do it in a weekend, but over like if they do it, what is it, the 22nd, 23rd, by the end of May, they'll raise some significant amount of money.
Hmm.
And the money's going right to the facility. It's not like it's a specific spot. So
Okay, so
Yeah.
wrapping up here, we got one last question for you guys. I'm gonna start off with Chris, go to Mike D, go to Mike Collins, go to Damo, go to me. And I'm pretty sure we all at least heard it once. Starting off with Chris, what do you think of the new Maiden record?
I love Writing on the Wall. Great song. I listened to the rest of the record. I like it, but I like it. It's a Maiden. It sounds like Maiden, but I'm not a fan of the 12-minute song personally. You know, the progressive metal. It looks like the direction they're going in. I could listen to it and I could like it, but I like the old format better.
Yep.
You know, 3-minute, 4-minute songs, and you know, instead of 6, 12-minute songs or whatever they're doing now.
Yep. Mike D.
I besides writing on the wall, I wanted it to end. I'll never listen to it again. I just
Tell us how you really feel.
Yeah, we got a little bit out of him tonight. Yeah.
No, sir, I did not like
Mike Collins.
Dude, you know what? The last record, the last couple records, I won't say I put them on and liked any of them instantly. It took a little while to get a feel for them.
Yeah.
The last record I didn't really care for at all.
Book of Souls was the one before.
Yeah, that was not their greatest. I thought it was just a little played out, like almost like a caricature of Maiden.
Yeah.
Like it was like extra noodly, you know what I mean? But yeah, the new one, Writing on the Wall, is actually, I think, a fairly decent Maiden song. Like it's there. The rest of it, I've had it on at work, and I try and put it on like in the background, and I'm not there yet with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I mean, I get it. They've been doing it for 40 years. They're trying something a little different.
Yeah.
Okay. It's not like, it's not like they came out with a rap record. They're still Maiden. You know what I mean?
Straight out of London.
They're still Maiden. You know?
Nobody can rap for 12 minutes straight, Mike. The songs are too fucking long.
Yeah.
That's true.
Bruce Dickinson raps history.
You have to get
Yeah.
More singers and
I could see that happening.
So that's my thought with it, man. Like, I mean, it's I still dig that they're out there doing it. You go to the tours. I haven't seen them. I don't think they've toured one of their new records in years. They just go on these like best of tours. Is what they've done.
Yeah.
Like I don't think I've ever seen them. They haven't played the Trooper, and let's face it, that was 17 records ago.
Dude, come on.
Yeah.
That's all I see. Like I can't now. This record, I can see them playing. They'll be playing Writing on the Wall, but they probably not much else.
Dude,
Hopefully.
yeah, but no one else does. You know what? When Priest came out with Painkiller, I didn't like it. And when
Really?
I saw them on that tour, that was probably the first time I fucking saw them. They played the whole Painkiller record, and I was like, "What the fuck?" You can't
That's actually
that.
That's the record.
when I
Great record.
got more into them.
Me too.
I
I'm with
like
Mike.
it now.
Me too.
I like it better now, but I wanted to hear fucking Breaking the Law and all that shit, and they never fucking played it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To me, that's when
That's
Priest turned the corner for me. I was like, this album's incredible. It was so
Yeah.
heavy.
Well, it was kind of was that the first one Halford came back on?
No, it was right before he left.
That was his
That's
last
the
one.
Yeah.
All right, so that's the one right before he left.
They
Yeah.
definitely turned the fucking corner from Turbo Lover and all that shit.
Oh
Well,
shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they had to.
That was
Yeah.
like
Well,
a
that almost killed
synthesizer
him.
Full
record.
Glam, and then it came out a couple records later. They were full on like they were trying to be heavier than Slayer. You know.
Well, they got Travis. What's his name on drums?
Scott Travis.
Scott
Yeah.
Travis. And then once he came in, they got heavy instantly. You know. Damo, what'd you think of that new Maiden record?
Yeah,
And
I mean, honestly, man, ever since they reunited with Bruce, all the majority of songs were way too long, 6, 7, 8, 9 minutes. I had no time for that.
Ain't got no
Give me
time.
this
You're a
record
drummer,
he
you
came
gotta be
back on
fucking
had some
playing
good
that
songs
entire
on it.
time.
It's
crazy.
too long. 4 minutes is
Yeah.
go back to
5.
the old formula. But you know what?
You need
they
to
do what
rest,
they
you're a
wanna do.
drummer. You understand that shit.
it's too long,
Yeah.
man.
Too long.
But
I'm-
you know, they can do whatever the hell they want to do. So I mean,
Yeah.
that
I'm
doesn't
with
mean I got to listen to it.
I'm
like
with
it.
you guys. Writing on the Wall, great song. First time I heard it, it was actually, I had, for some reason I was in the car and I had 93 on, and I'm like,
Yeah,
listening
that's
to
what I
something.
heard it too.
I'm saying, wow, this sounds like Maiden. Like, but they can't be playing Maiden in the middle of the day, you know? It's a
Really?
good fucking
Maiden's
afternoon.
Way more mainstream than they ever were years ago. When we were
Crazy.
kids,
Yeah.
they were like, it was a sin to play Maiden. Once a year, you'd be
Yeah.
all crazy because you heard one Maiden song a year on YSPers.
Yeah, it was
Anymore,
rare.
dude, MMR. There's a lot of mall girls are wearing Iron Maiden t-shirts. Like
So
it's that
crazy.
whole
Yeah.
Kardashian, let me wear a Slayer t-shirt.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
then all of
right.
a sudden it's cool to like Maiden. It's along the idea you go to the mall and you see all the chicks with the Misfit stuff and you'd say,
Yeah.
name one song. And they're like, what are you talking about? You're a skull guy on your handbag there. Name one song from that band. And they're like, fuck you, get away from me, you creep.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
they,
yeah,
they're
yeah.
right, they don't even know it's a band. You know, what I mean?
Yeah.
They just know that it looks cool on a
The
handbag.
logo.
Kind of
Yeah. It's a
gothy
logo.
with it or whatever.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So,
The Sanjitsu record, it was okay, way too long. But like you guys said, their last 3 or 4 records are just epic sounding. And if you want to throw in the background, it's cool. But as far as song wise go, what am I going to remember? I'm going to remember Writing on the Wall. That's really about the only thing I'll really remember. And when
Yeah.
Bruce came
Yeah.
back, the first record with Bruce come back at Brave New World reminded me of Maiden. You know,
Brave New
it all
World's
sounds like
good.
Maiden, but
Yeah.
Great
Brave
one.
New World's a good record. And after that, it's not that they were bad records. It was just they lost me. It's not lost me as a listener, but just lost me as far as like,
they're doing their thing.
you know, it's that
Yeah,
fucking
they do what they
Janik
want,
Jers.
I mean,
It's that Janik Jers character. That's who I'm blaming it on.
Fuck them all up.
Yeah.
I thought that guy played for the Flames or something. No, the wrong guy.
He's quite the dancer, though, evidently.
Yeah, he's the left wing.
He
Yeah.
definitely
Yeah. Yeah.
jumps around the stage. Dude,
It's
they're
Is
all
it
banging
Janik or is it
people.
Yannick? I don't know. I always
I don't know,
Yannick.
Mike. You would
Yannick.
know. Is it Yannick or Janik?
Yannick.
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 Whatever.
It's a soft, it's
Swedish.
a soft J.
You know what I mean?
I think
It's
Yeah.
the soft day,
it's a
Yannick.
soft J.
So it's
Yeah,
a
yeah,
soft
it's like
Yannick.
Yannick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there you
like
guys have
Jan Hammer.
it. Gutter Royal. Check them out on YouTube. Check them out on Facebook. And yeah, give them guys a listen. And that's all we got today. Mixtapes and tasty cakes. We'll see you guys next week.
Thank you.